Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Rolling solo today, so I'm going to spend about a minute or so kind of getting everything set up here. We got a great show for you all. So if you just give me just one moment. Hope everybody's doing well. Boom, boom, boom. Let me turn that down. All right, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. Excited to have everybody in here today. I'm gonna do my, like always, my little brief intro. First, let me do my disclaimer. Warning. The information here may be traumatic, may excite you, may depress you, may trigger you, may do a bunch of different things. However, this is the time that we're living in. I'm here to express myself, and all those who, all my Facebook followers, 200 something, as well as my YouTube subscribers, my 64 YouTube subscribers. Very excited to have you all in here. This is an hour-long live call-in segment. So I'm just gonna do a little brief intro, and I do got some meat. I got my notes, everything lined up. It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. So like I said, I am Ptah Shakur. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. Comes on every Monday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. You may recognize me. I am the interim host for the Hour Power broadcast on the same very channel, same time frame. However, on Wednesdays, in which we interact with community members come out, youth summits, business summits, and workshops. And just want to get involved. It's a community program. We definitely need you all's participation in that. This here program just started maybe about a couple weeks ago, so kind of getting kinks out. This is the humble beginnings, as you can see. I don't really like this table, so I'm going to take this table out. So you're going to see things kind of change and rearrange as the time flows by. I also plan on having some wonderful guests on. But as you can see at the bottom of the scroll there, that it says Cosmic Update. This is 9/11, so this is very wonderful events take place. So go ahead and kick it off. I, Ptah Shakur. I know my place in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I'm free. I'm in the upper room. God is. I, Ptah Shakur, pledge to always look for the best in each and every circumstance and in each and every one. Especially start with myself. I come from love. I am love. And I choose to look at the world through the lens of love. I commit myself to choosing the upper room, towards vibrating at the highest level possible. Thank you. I am free. Behold, I make all things new. I am a role model, youth advocate, catalyst for change, Reiki teacher, entrepreneur, and spiritual teacher, channel and guide. I am a rebel, here to uninstall the cowardliness that is prevailing in the community and the world as a whole. I, Ptah Shakur, seek to shed light on the daily atrocities that are orchestrated by the elites of society that seek to control you and I, and their end game is near. I intend to promote nothing but love and light, education, and motivation for all those seeking to understand the current cosmic energies which are now permeating through our planet, including our individual selves. To all my listeners, to all my 64 subscribers here on YouTube, I know some people say I talk kind of fast, but hey, I got to get all this stuff out. I got content today, y'all. So if I happen to miss anything, call in that number. I'm happy to kind of go into and elaborate. You got to shout out, someone to add to the conversation. Please do. I'm rolling solo today, so I'm kind of doing DJ work over here, and computers and all that. So, like I said, to all my 64 subscribers that I have on YouTube, go to Ptah Shakur Speaks. You are eternal beings with forever being a fraction of eternity, you are beautiful, powerful, love-like children of divine grid programmer. To all my youth, all my hoodie youth in the community, if you didn't hear it last night, you didn't hear it this morning when you went to walk to school, I love you. I love every single last one of you. I believe that the youth on this planet right now are some of the oldest souls that are reincarnated back in this time to actually give this planet a little boost. Positive boost. Yeah, I hear what's going on. They need guidance. That's what the youth need in order for them to maximize their potential. To all my star seeds, all my wanderers, all my angelic souls, I'm asking you all, we are the new founding fathers of reality. And I'm asking every single last one of you all to find the unconditional love within yourself. And then I'm asking you to give a small portion to your reflections who are masquerading outside around you in the form of physical flesh as your fellow human beings. Do you want to share? I would never kill myself. I would never hurt myself. I'm a happy married family man. That is very beloved in the community, and I love my community. I love people through all aspects of life. Friendships of all walks of life. This is what I see. I invite you all to get tapped in, tuned in, turn on for the most amazing show that you're going to see on the WRC TV viewing area. It's actually going to be going on live right now through Facebook. So make sure you chime in. I'll check the comments every now and then. And then, like I said, later on this evening, I will be actually putting this on my YouTube channel as well. So like I said, Ptah Shakur, I'm the owner, maker, plus soul controller. Ptah Shakur, find me in the skies, the clouds, my sofa. So anybody can tell me where that lyric is from. I got a little prize for you. So I am the omnipresent, all-powerful, protecting intelligence that's governing this here mind-body complex. I am the illumination, creating heaven on earth as we speak. I am invincible. I am the presence of the divine harmony. I am always connected to the frequency and the heart of God. And now I seek to bring solutions and change for myself and for the world as a whole. I am a majestic power of pure love that transcends every human concept. I am limitless. I am the open door which no man can shut. I am the mighty presence of source and action. In short, I am your brother. In essence, I am you. So if you seek knowledge as far as to better yourself, better your family, better your community, Ptah Shakur speaks. This is the program for you. If you want light and love, you might need a boost in your day. You might be in your house locked up with crazy people, and they might not see the things that you're seeing. And I'm going to go into some of the signs of the time to see which way, where do we sit in this great 3D, 5D split that is taking place right now? This is the time about all the scriptures and all the books and all the scrolls. So this is the time we have to really decide what it is that we're going to magnify. We're going to magnify the as I say, service to self or magnify the service for others. But either way, I have tremendous respect for everybody that's breathing at this particular point in time. Whether you be Democrat, Republican, trans, non-trans, you be for AI, against AI, it doesn't even matter. The fact is that you're alive and breathing on this planet right now, that means you have a tremendous part to play in this role, in this tremendous change that we're living in. Like I said, it's about in all the scripture scrolls. Christ consciousness is here, folks. We're going to get into some of that. Like, this is the beginning of, like I said, started the show a couple weeks ago. So I'm trying to set the tone, set the mood before I start bringing in different guests and things. I already have people kind of interested in actually being a part of it. Let me get this idea across so everybody knows what this stands for. This program here, the mission statement is to project love and light, provide clarity and inspiration to all those who seek it. Conversations going to revolve around healing, nutrition, meditation, ancient discoveries, ancient histories, supernatural phenomenon, cutting edge scientifically backed data, which is surprising to me, or why this is not being promoted and shared on the mass. Well, that's not too surprising. However, this is information that I feel that is important for people to know that want to actually have control of their lives. And instead of falling prey to those that seek kind of take us left. And I'll go into my intro in a little short bit, kind of give explanation to that. Like I said, it's an hour-long show. Call in at the bottom of the screen, the number 717-846-5007. Like I said, normally the Wednesday program, the Hour Power, that's normally delegated community involvement. This here, you call in if you want to. But I got plenty here for you, even if you don't call it. But you can even kind of elaborate. Please, I would love. So today, what I kind of want to dip into, which I don't know if I have time for everything, is the laws and principles of creation. If anyone will go on my Ptah Shakur YouTube program, you see that I already did a little brief kind of rendition explaining these laws and principles of creation. Why are these laws and principles of creation important? You might ask. Well, let me just throw one out there, which is not really understood, which they call the law of attraction. You may see books as far as like the secret, as far as how you can manifest wealth, manifest whatever you want to. That's real. There's real laws and principles that the individuals that are 1% of the population. I need everybody to listen up. 1% of the population owns 99% of the wealth in this world. And it seems like they're going for 99.5. So these particular laws and principles that I'll be dabbing into very shortly. And if I don't get a chance to go into it, please go on the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, share this page with someone that you love. Share this page if you love humanity. Share this page if you would love to bring about the world that I will be giving you a little bit of update, which is ushering in. We all have the opportunity to participate with it. If you do, that's great. If you don't, that's great. We all have a one time. They say this is the great and dreadful day of the Lord. It's great if you know what's going on. It's dreadful if you don't. However, for all my love-like children, for all my individuals out there, and we're growing in numbers. Like I said before on this same particular program, I'm on the hill waving the sword. The alarm is sounded. And tremendous individuals have stepped up to the plate on different types of forms as far as sharing truths and rejecting the lies and the confusion that is being rolled out to us. Think that's edible to us. It's not. So, like I'm saying, I'm getting to the laws of creation. I get some time. I do have a program or a workshop that I'm actually involved in as far as how to access your psychic powers. That's going to take quite a bit. That's going to be multiple. That's going to be multiple series. You really can't go over that. I'm not going to rush through that hour right now. However, I do have time to dip into some rich wealth mindset because this is very important. Your mind is the most powerful thing in creation. Everything that you see outside came as something that was going on in that mind. So I implore everybody before I get into what I got to share for these wonderful updates. You are powerful, interdimensional beings. When you lay down to go to sleep at night, the main part of what you are, it goes and travels. You got things to do. When you come back, you jerk, jolt, whatever. When you're coming back at a tremendous speed, there's powers that don't want you to wake up to the powers that you are innately have inside of you. You listen to all the scripture scrolls. Majority of them say the same thing. Seek the kingdom of God is within. We were taught, we were shown to look everywhere else outside looking within. So dealing with things such as mindfulness, meditation, these are all very important things. And I'm here to be a guide or a bridge, so to speak, to help usher in people who would like to transfer into this new dimension. They might not be familiar. I get people all the time asking me about meditation. Like how do I meditate? You know, they think that you got to buy a certain yoga mat and you got to light up a certain amount of something, incense or whatever. You don't need none of that. All you need is some of this good old water. I'm not sponsored by Fiji, but if Fiji wants to send me some, I love Fiji water. Best water ever. As well as if anybody this particular program, like I shared before, is going out to the WRC-TV viewers live, as well as it's going to be shared on different increments of time, as well as going out to Facebook, as going out all across East Coast, West Coast. I got some individuals from Africa up on here. This is going around the world. So we're going to make sure that we keep this vibe and we keep this love light energy flowing into every single last one of you, because we need it right now. Look around. If anybody wants to go back as a little fact checker, All my fact checkers out here, you see how they got the little icon of the little earth spinning here, coming across as a newscaster today. You should have brought my blazer. This information that you're going to hear is based by scientific facts. I am an educator. I should have led with that. I have been a youth educator for a very long period of time. So I've taught your youth, everybody. So the stuff that I'm actually going to share out of my mouth, it may sound blasphemous, but I encourage anyone to please ask intelligent questions. I would love to go involved and actually explain how it is that is so, as far as from the scientific realm, as well as if anyone want to get into some new agey metaphysical conversations, I can go there with you as well. Best of both worlds. So like I said, I am not alone. So service others. Some of you might not, who is this program designed for? This is a design for those who is actually activating and waking up at this particular time. Here's some signs, folks. Number one, if your diet has started to change, or you started to seek to eat things that are a little bit of a lighter density, you may want to move off of some of the harder meats and things of that nature, be more of a pescatarian lifestyle, fish and vegetables. If you find yourself wanting to venture out into nature and being a part of something, you could feel intrinsically something inside of you is going on in this world, and you are right. If you're noticing repeating numbers, whether it be on your phone or whether it be noticing addresses or license plates or what have you, ringing in your ears, those type of situations let you know you are actually awakening to this wonderful frequency of energy that's coming in. And it's not just coming in just to this earth. Let me make this really, really clear. For all those, the temperature, the weather phenomena is changing, the temperature, take this, whatever this phenomenon is, and I can speak to it very, very succinctly, that is taking place in this entire solar system, as well as the sun. Pay attention to the sun, everybody. And also pay attention, this is the earth. The earth is waking up. In short, I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes and just do some one-on-one stuff before I get into some hardcore stuff. In short, the earth is actually waking up, folks. And if you would go back to the program that I did on January-ish, the 1st, I was sharing some of these certain things. I shared as far as to keep your eyes as far as on the skies. You're going to see a lot of UAPs or Chinese air balloons or whatever they want to kind of call it. You're going to see more of those at a more increased frequency. I shared about volcanoes. You're going to see a lot more volcanoes, and unfortunately that's going to take place when the earth wakes up, as well as earthquakes. And I think there was a big earthquake first. Let me just stop this right here. Let me just stop it right here. Let's go ahead and send some love, light, energy. So if anybody's unfamiliar with how to send love, light, energy, it's very simple. Close your eyes. Our eyes take in so much information and it befuddles our brains. So much information goes through our eyes. So if we just do that, close our eyes, and we will be able to access more portions of our brain intrinsically, like I said. So let's go ahead and send some love, light, energy to the individuals of the Moroccan earthquakes. This, unfortunately, at this time, this is what's taking place. Is also while we're at it, let's go ahead and share some light and love with the individuals there in Maui, experiencing those phenomena, which I will be going through more details on that on my YouTube channel. As well as this is September 11th, everyone. And this is a real, coming a little personal right now. That, I want to make sure that everything is gravy smayby on here. Thank you all for your patience. So today is September 11th. Let me do some quick math. 23, was it 2011, 2000? Are we doing like 32 some years? Somebody please check my math. This is real fast math. I think it's 34. That sounds like a long time. Anywho, September 11th, that tragedy that took place. I remember where I was. Excuse me. I was actually in the morning getting ready for my second shift position. And I remember looking at what was taking place and transpiring, and I had an inner feeling that something's up. Something's up. I since went into motion and researched quite a bit. And I found what's up. However, we're going to get to that at another time. But the main idea is this, is all those who were affected by September 11th, all the first responders and all the individuals who had lost loved ones, I send love and light to you all. This cannot be a pleasurable time to relive this particular incident that took place. However, here we are. And there hence began my research and my will to develop and find out as much knowledge of what's taking place on this world, what has previously took place, and what's about to take place. And I would say it's been quite a ride, to the point where I'm before you all today with this wonderful, wonderful information. Like I said, you all are tremendously wonderful, beautiful beings. We are, one of my favorite poems, which I'm going to get the name of the poem. It was actually placed into Coach Carter. It says, "We're not afraid that we're inadequate. In fact, we are afraid that we're infinitely powerful. And when we subconsciously let our light shine, then we subconsciously give the right to others to shine." So that's just a little small, little script, little part of that particular poem. But you all are amazingly individuals, and I'm going to try my bestest not to speak about the bad actors what are moving things around. But unfortunately, I don't have an opportunity because it's part of my updates that I have to share. So boom, did my intro, share with you all what the program is about. Ancient history, healing, nutrition, love, and light. That's all you're going to get. And if you call in, please be respectful. I'm going to be respectful of you regardless. But if we can actually get the most out of what it is that I'm here to provide, which is light. What does light mean? Light means understanding and clarity. And love, what does love mean? Love is that energy of oneness, of unity, which we all have. And we all need to get back to ASAP. So, real quick, humble beginnings. Those individuals that know me, this is the beginning of the program. So this is the time to get it all out the way. So anybody that asked me 3-4 months, some of this question information, I'm going to say, hey, go back to that September 11th video. So, born and raised here in York, Pennsylvania, and traveled around. My path has led me to be amongst some very, very powerful individuals. Been around quite a bit of knowledge, and so this being a lifelong learner led me into being a youth educator. I believe, like I said, the youth are the most powerful individuals that's on this planet right now, and they need us. So anybody that's over the age of 30, 40, if you got the wherewithal, if you got the wherewithal, I just say that you have some form of knowledge where you can express to the youth to actually help guide them. I'm asking you to throw your hat in the ring. We need you. They need you. The universe needs you. So, like I said, this is freedom time. And some of this information that I'm going to be going into, even from now and at any points in time, you can go on something called Freedom of Information Act. It's FOA. F is in freedom, O as in of, and I as in information. FOA.gov. Go on there. What it is that the government has top secret files, and over a period of years, I believe it's 60 years or so, they have to make some of this information available. Quite a bit of information that has been made available has shared this, that our government has not been very, very honest and open when it comes to information. And this is high time for that information to be shared. We got quite a few whistleblowers that's out there. If some of you all don't know what I'm talking about, if you're interested, go on YouTube. You'll see some of the whistleblowers are sharing about there is another faction of this government which has not been noticed, and the Congress didn't even know about it. Individuals such as myself, shout out to all my star seeds, all my conspiracy theorists, so to speak. We've known about this for quite a time. So this is a beautiful time to be alive. Like I said, this is freedom time. Information is going to be coming down. Like I said, in January, you can see more earthquakes, see more UAPs. A lot of secrets is going to be revealed, which has already happened. A lot of whistleblowing accounts. And so it's going to go more and more and more. So real quick, what I want to mention, I'm just going to say like the first 30 minutes we're going to the updates, not going to the meat of our opportunities. So like I said, anybody want to call in, number is 717-846-5067. You can go call in. If not, I'm going to kind of go in. The comet, y'all, there's a comet that is actually very, very close to this planet. Well, let me start right. It's called a comet. There's something that is spiraling in our close to our particular atmosphere. They call it the green comet. So for those, all my metaphysical individuals, I'm saying use this. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, but let's use this as a marker in time. Let's use this as a sign. First of all, it's September 11th. First of all, I don't know how many more signs that we need, actually. See, you all see what's going on with the weather. As far as there being 100 degrees, we broke I think it was the hottest summer on record. And I believe that the hurricane coming up on the West Coast. There's a lot of stuff going on. So let's use this sign of this comet and focus on the green chakra energy center. For those who don't know, you have 7 energy centers at the very least. Energy centers, and they all have a corresponding colors and frequency and vibrations. We can get into the real specific of it if somebody wants to know. Please call in. However, like I said, the heart chakra, that's the color green. So I asked everybody, like I said in my little intro, is make sure you give unconditional love for yourself and give a small portion, a smidget, give that to your reflections who are in physical flesh, walking around you today. They call themselves your fellow human being. So, watch out for that comment. It's a sign of wonderful, wonderful things to come. Prayers for Maui, prayers for Morocco. Real quick, there's some. This particular program. Not only do I talk about those things, like I said, supernatural and phenomenon and healing and all that, I also am an insider. So I am aware of some of the things that are going to be orchestrated, aka by the elites, to getting sloppy. And that information is being presented out in the form of different workers that need their help in order to put these dastardly plans together. Now, mind you, this 1%, less than that at this particular time, that is actually doing their very darndest that got 99% of us food. So that time is over. This is, like I said, the message has been sent. This is the most powerful time to be alive. A lot of y'all may be experiencing some deja vu. If you haven't yet, you'll be experiencing some of that coming up in a little bit. But the idea is, and I'm a real proponent of this, which is the reincarnation idea. Like I said, the youth being some of the most powerful individuals on the planet. So everybody say, well, how is that possible? Yes, it's reincarnation, folks. It's people that are coming back. Energy never dies. It only transforms and transcends. However, I'm calling on individuals, and I'm going to go more on this on my YouTube show. Certain things I will not go into on this particular format. However, I'm calling all my individuals from the postal society, postal unions, all my TSA employees. I'm calling on you all. If you see something, say something. If you see things going out of your way in your daily activities and you think, this don't seem like this is helping the betterment of society and citizens, it may help your employer. But anything I'm asking is if it assists the average Joe individual, please share some love with us. Because in order for this dystopian world to come about that they think they're bringing about, they're going to need a lot of hands. And a lot of hands is not well moisturized and full of rings like their fingers. It needs the help of others who are the hard workers, and we are not going for that at all. So just kind of want to go into some of that a little bit, my little updates of what's going on. Anybody want to call in, we can go into a little bit of it more, but I just wanted to share some of the proponents of things that are really, really important for us to understand what's going on at this particular time and how important it is for us to slow down. Everybody, take a deep breath and breathe out. I remember Aaron Rodgers. Somebody asked him a question last year as far as football, and everybody was panicking and going insane as far as like the losing streak that was on. He said, RELAX, relax. That's what I'm saying to everybody. Relax. And drink your water. I love you. Speak to your water, folks. Believe it or not, it's not crazy, not strange. It's actually scientifically proven by Japanese scientists. When you speak positive things to your water and you drink it, it does wonderful things to your cells. I've already demonstrated it numerous times. However, fear. Excuse me. So like I was sharing, there's individuals that are praying and planning to inundate all of us with a tremendous amount of fear. That fear is going to come in a multitude of ways. I'm not going to really go into that. However, I'm going to the positive. The positive is to make sure that we are relaxed. We're in a calm position. I recommend, it's my recommendation. I'm prescribing things. Dr. Ptah Shakur here. I prescribe meditation. Find time in your day to meditate. It takes as simply as closing your eyes. Like I said, your eyes, you have no idea the power processing energy that it takes for us to even have the vision of sight. Our eyes bring in millions of terabytes of info per second. Well, yeah, we're going to go to anatomy a little bit. So the human brain is only able to process some of that. So some of it comes through its filter, and it has to know what to do with. Whether it's going to click it to your memory banks or it's going to send it to inevitably where it's discarded and it's not recognized. That is what you see with some individuals. You may have seen that in different relationships. Somebody say, girl, you need to leave him. Don't you know he's doing this and doing that? I don't see it. Even there's a show called Brain Games, which is very, very interesting. Somebody wants to check that out. You'll be surprised that you do not see with your eyes. You see with your mind. Your mind tells your eyes what to hold on to and what to notice and what not to notice. This goes into the form of like even supernatural different things. People talk about ghosts and different things going on and other different type of frequencies. Everything is going on right now in different frequencies at the same time. However, we are only tuned in to just one particular frequency or reality. Your consciousness only knows yourself. So with that, like I said, your eyeballs bring in this particular amount of information, and you, based off of how you train your mind, start all over. Depending on how your mind is trained, because keep in mind, when we came into this body, we didn't come with a manual. We came with parents, and most of our parents was crazy. How was it crazy? Because they was already controlled. How was they controlled? They was controlled by the school system. They was controlled by society and things of that nature. So that time is over with a capital O, and we're moving into the new. So what I recommend for everybody to do, all you got to do is close your eyes. Shut off a lot of that processing unit. Ooh, your body consciousness start freaking out a little bit. For anybody who has followed this program or any other programs I'm on, like I said, YouTube show, Ptah Shakur Speaks, YouTube. Anybody want to hit me up on Facebook? Our friend, everybody, pretty much. And we can send a message. We can download. We can go, or we can have the course back and forth. What I've always been a proponent of is sharing that we think that we're just one physical being going through a spiritual experience. No. It's backwards. In fact, you that can hear the sound of my voice, you are a spiritual being, a powerful spiritual being that has chose to dip their toe into a physical expression of physical life. So your spiritual being crammed into a physical experience. And now with that physicality comes with limitations. Has to be that way. In order to play the game, you got to be able to put up some of your power. I make the analogy that it's almost like being a computer game programmer. And I'm just spitballing out here a little bit. I'm going to get into this a little bit, but I think this is interesting. So just imagine you're a video game developer. You make the best video game, Call of Duties or whatever type of game that you make. And you decide, hey, I want to see if this game is really worth the money. Is this really my best work as far as making the video game? So imagine that there's a pill you can take. You pop the pill, you become amnesia for 24 hours. You do that, pop the pill. Now you're entering into the game, learning all the little shortcuts and all this and all that, failure, heartbreak, all that. All to the opportunity for you to get the understanding that you were God of the game in the very beginning. Hence, that's the life that we live in. You are godly beings. You are a person. You are part of the sun. You are a drop. You are the ocean in a drop. You are not a drop in the ocean. So you're tremendously powerful individuals. And if you haven't heard that at all, you haven't heard it this week, you heard it from Ptah Shakur. And tell somebody where you heard it from too. And they can tune in and they can hear it for their darn self as well. So what I'm sharing is that even in the human design, you have what's called a body consciousness. That is something that orchestrates your emotion, such as digestion. Are you really digesting your food? Are you constantly sending, okay, now stomach, move it over here, move it over here? Are you breathing or are you being breathed? You can find in a lot of cases, individuals, they sleepwalk, sleep drive, do a whole bunch of things in your sleep. But who is orchestrating that activity if it's not deriving from the human mind? Who's doing that? That's your body consciousness doing that. So one thing that we need to understand when you're going to move into meditation, which is the key to opening up the door, you got to understand you're going to go at war with whom? Yourself. Enemy. E-N-E-M-Y. I think I spelled it correctly. That means he that is in me. Or if you're a female, she does when you, whatever. So the point is, it's whatever that is part of you is actually resisting you. Why would it do that? Well, the whole design of the humans when we first evolved was we wanted to make sure that we were safe. I mean, it was very hairy out there. You got wolves and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, got all that stuff going on. And so we have things that's built in us that want to double check that, make sure what's going on. So now what? Now we don't have those type of stressors. We have other stressors. Stressors is like being in front of this TV screen right now and actually orating and speaking to individuals. Very, very frightful for me. Always has been, even to this very day. So when you find that stressor when you're at your job and you're presented with an opportunity to move up the ladder, so to speak, you have an opportunity. Hey, you're frying fries. You may be the best fryer that's around. Hey, you got an opportunity to make some breakfast sandwiches. Ooh, it's new. Anytime we move into something new, you can guarantee. I don't know where I got the guarantee from. I heard that when I was growing up, some Southern guy. Guarantee. You can guarantee that you're starting a war with yourself. How's that going to happen? Well, first it's going to happen in your thoughts. Remember, the devil, as they say, the devil speaks to us in our own voice and our own sound. It sounds just like us, and it comes to us in the same way that we operate. So when it comes time for you to raise your hand in class and participate, as soon as you get, ooh, I know that, ooh, it happens fast. You got, ooh, I know that. Ooh, you better put your hand down. Everybody's going to laugh at you. Everybody's going to think that you're stupid. Everybody's going to laugh and goof on you and everything. I encourage everybody, be on your weirdo. Be on your weirdo type stuff. Make sure that you are answering back to that body consciousness. It's like, no, this is how we run that program. I know it's a lot of people out there that, I know when spring came around, they was getting their spring bodies in order and getting ready for the beach. You know, so they go ahead and went on blah, 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 and ordered something off of somewhere my wife is always ordering stuff off of and getting, and I'm not talking about my wife, she's a go-getter for real. But anybody else who would get the like sneakers and get the pants and get the hoodie and you get the little workout outfit, you get it all gravy and you put it on. As soon as you step out the door, what has happened? That body consciousness is going to talk to you like, oh, it's too light outside. I see somebody. Let me wait till it gets a little darker. Then when you get a little darker, then you go step out the door like, I don't know, I don't feel safe out here. I don't want to get robbed or mugged running around in these streets. So whatever it is, there's always a reason, there's always an excuse to try to keep us subservient, keep us nice and comfortable in your nice little life. However, you are coming up to a point where you have to move and you groove. If it's in your plan and purpose and believe, like I said, if you're alive and you walk on this planet right now, you got a plan and purpose that's way beyond what you're doing. Whether you bagging chips or you sweeping floors, whatever it is, you are God power. You have tremendous opportunities and purpose on this particular planet. So what happens? What happens is that we dead ourselves. We stop. We listen to our body consciousness more than we listen to our mind and our inspiration and the angels that are speaking to us. And so then we find ourselves doing this. We go to school, we get our education because we're told that you got to go to school, you got to get that 4 years. So then you go to 4 years and they say you got to get that paper and you got to get that paper. So then you got the paper. Now you got to get the job. Hopefully that aligns with that particular paper. Then you got the paper job that aligns with that particular paper. Then you work and you gather some cachet, you gather up some money, you gather up some things that you need. You need your life insurance, you need your rental car, got your wife, you got your side piece on the side, or whatever the American way is nowadays. I don't know. And then you find yourself in your 30s, late 30s, early 40s, and you're asking yourself, man, what happened to my life? What did I come down here to do? Yeah, I'm bagging this job, bagging these chips up. Oh, it's amazing. It allows me to get that house and that car and that wife and that side piece and all that. But there's something more to life. And then you have what they call a midlife crisis. So now you're seeking for your mind. Like, I'm missing something. That's one good thing, if I could say, that came out of COVID, was the opportunity for every single person, pretty much every single person around the world, their whole schedule and segmented reality changed and shifted. Whereas your body conscious, like I said, you could drive I find myself driving somewhere. I was like, where am I going? My body is just taking me where I'm familiar with going, which is normally Walmart. So during COVID, what you find is that whatever your particular routine was, you get up in the morning, you get your pork sandwich, and you get your coffee, and you figure you got to fit your 4 meals a day in. You got to I got to fit another meal in. So those type of routines, when we caught up with COVID, we couldn't move into them. So now you had to sit down and actually had to listen to yourself. You say, man, what do I want out of my life? What do I want to do? Individuals like myself, and there's more of us, that took some of that time and essence and resources and decided to better ourselves. Since I bettered myself, like I said, owner, operator of Our Sons and Daughters, premium bath and body products. Make sure you go down to Central Market. Check that out. Beard oils, body oils, and things of the nature. Things that are actually puts a smile on my face when I hear parents that would come and share that their child has a skin condition, and then the products that my wife produces and I help disseminate, they have a wonderful testimonies and reaction, and actually build that type of feeling inside of your heart. It's a really amazing opportunity. So come check us out, Our Sons and Daughters. That's one of the things that we got involved in doing that whole switcheroo with COVID, as well as my wife and I are both Reiki practitioners, and we look to open up a place really, really shortly. Oh, well, we have a phone call, so we're going to get into the phone call, and then we're going to get to other things as well. Welcome. This is Ptah Shakur. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks live TV show. May I ask who's speaking?
This is Brother Sharif.
What's going on, big bro?
Doing okay, man. I just want to, even though you're kind of new with your show here on Monday and co-hosting for me, I just want to thank you and commend you on your consistency, your level of knowledge, and your dedication to the cause already. I appreciate you. I love you. And what you're saying and what you're sharing is very much needed.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate the shout out. Appreciate you. Love you too, bro. Love and light, y'all. This is what we all about. You got anything else you want to share?
No, just wanted to share that with you. Just keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right.
Okay.
Love and light to you.
Yep.
So like I said, this is what we all about, folks. Spreading love and light, bringing some real optimism to what's going on in this weird world that we're living in. Like I said, this knowledge may not be for everybody. I read my disclaimer in the very, very beginning. This is knowledge that may come off and hit the ear new, but it ain't new. It's really actually kind of old. Why is it that this isn't known? Because we go into some ancient individuals like me and the co-host that I will be bringing on. We go into some ancient knowledge, ancient history. History that's not taught in those his story that is put into the books that is actually faced on the shelves of all of our local public schools. Hey, y'all, I don't know how else to cut it. This is the beginning of a new, so the old cannot enter into the new. That's what it says in the scriptures. To behold, I seen a new heaven and a new earth. For the old earth was passed away. So what's old that's passing out? Education system. It has to change. It is not serving us. Our financial system, it has to change. It's not serving us. How we create energy has to change. It is not serving us. And then also less than anything. And this is evident stuff, folks. Our political systems and the way that we govern ourselves, it has to change. So one thing about death is a very, very unwanted thing. It's a very, very scary thing. It's a very scary thing because of what I just shared about the body consciousness. On each individual level, we are all scared of change. This change is one of the most unwanted things in the universe, but is the most necessary thing in the universe. And even back what I was sharing as far as how the important it is to counteract that body consciousness with pure intention is to understand this little small analogy I made with my son. I was walking with my son and I had my hands on his back and we were walking and I said, keep on walking. We was walking to the same space and I said, I'm going to represent the universe to you. And so he started to, I told him to slow down or stop. He started to slow his pace down, but I kept my pace up. Then eventually he completely tried to stop his feet and I just kept pushing. So I shared that's the analogy of using as far as with the universe. When it's time for us to move on and groove on and move to higher states of evolution, whether it's for moving to another individual, leaving your employer, making your own part in this world, or leaving your relationship, leaving your energy field that you're around. Where I'm at, it's a very interesting energy here. Anybody who's a little bit spiritually aware can tell you about this energy. I got friends of mine and people that I know they decided to move to Mexico. So if you're listening right now, if I could just reach just one individual who's listening right now, you may have thoughts of moving out of your mama house and moving across the country, and you don't know nobody over there. Or you want to, hey, you know what? My grandmama fried French fries, and my mother fried French fries, and my daddy fried French fries, and my uncle fried French fries. I think I'm going to step up and fry some burgers. I am not hating at all. Whatever it is you choose to evolve and change, you can go home. Some of y'all might be at home, and I see I'm coming up against the Monday Night Football. So I got about 15 more minutes, and I'm going to be out of here. I'm going to check the scores myself. However, if you're at home, you switch your room around. Move the couch, put a couple posters, take a poster down, change your curtains. It'll do wonders to your ability to perceive and pick up on this new frequency that's coming in. If you're in an old energy frequency, you're on the same spot and the same energy, and you're hanging around the same people and do the same thing, the words I'm sharing may just fall off, like I said, water down a duck's back. It may just roll off your back. That's fine. That's cool. Those who are the ones that this is designed and made for, they're going to recognize the call. And this is party time, folks. This ain't a time this phone don't even have to ring, to be honest with you. I'm about to unplug the phone. However, I know that as far as the YouTube followers and comments, I know this is something super tremendous. However, let me go into this real briefly. What did I just say with that? For number one, the first law and principle of creation. First, let me do this little heading right here. Imagine this. I need to do my little voice commercial makeover or whatever they call it. Imagine this. Imagine a hidden code, a sacred blueprint that underlies everything in existence. These aren't man-made laws constrained by time or geography, but cosmic, universal, timeless laws. They don't govern your actions with the threat of punishment, but guide your life towards a greater wisdom and fulfillment. They have shaped your life in the past, and they will shape your life in the future. But most importantly, by understanding these laws and principles, it can illuminate your present. So we're going to delve into some of these laws, universal laws, that kind of understand what is really going on and how you relate to the world around you. Before I go on to this, gotta share this. This is scientifically backed, folks. I'm not just coming out here and just sharing something that I heard on YouTube and it makes sense. Scientists have proven that people, humans, you are interacting with everything around you. You're interacting with your mobile device, your phone, your chair, your couch, wherever you're at. You have a relationship with it. What is that relationship? That relationship was clearly demonstrated through thousands of tests with the double slit theory. I've said it on the previous occasions. Really not going to go into it right now. Now somebody leaves a comment or something on there, I might even do a show and do it on this particular form here. However, really quick, the double slit theory, what that has proven is that when human observation, when we're looking at a thing, we can change that thing into a particle, bits of matter, so to speak, or we can change that particle, that bit of matter, we can change it into a wave. That has opened up the doors. I don't remember when they found that out. However, it kicked out some new information. Like I said, a lot of this is on the web. A lot of this is truthful. A lot of things is, like I said, this is peer-reviewed science. Is shit that you are more divine than you think. So let me go into this real quick, fast, and in a hurry. This is called the law of divine oneness. Law of divine oneness. This principle signifies that we are all connected, that we are all part of a divine infinite energy that is greater than our individual selves. It teaches us that every action, every thought, every word we speak is not confined to the peripheries of our individual existence, but reverberate through the universe, affecting the whole. It is the understanding that your life, my life, and all life is interconnected and interdependent. In recognizing the law of divine oneness, we understand that no one is alone. When we're on this journey together, we are not merely drops of the ocean, but we are oceans in a drop. For if all that we can see, feel, and experience is an extension of the same divine source, then love, kindness, and compassion become the logical response to all interactions. It's about treating others with the same respect and care that you will want for yourself, understanding that a hurt inflicted upon another is a hurt inflicted upon yourself. This law is the epitome of the golden rule, which is what? To treat others as you wish to be treated. So how can we apply this principle in our everyday lives, you might ask? By starting to recognize the divine in every individual you encounter. Treat every interaction as an opportunity to express kindness and understanding. When you speak, let your words reflect your understanding of this unity. When you listen, do so with the empathy that stems from knowing that we are all branches of the same tree. What am I talking about here? Law of divine oneness. Basically, the aspect of it is that, like I was sharing, is that this energy that is inside of you, this God energy that's inside of you, it's inside of every living thing that's out there. And so whatever you do transgressionally to something outside of you, you in essence do to yourself. Just imagine it's like a big octopus. You got an octopus tentacle over here, and this octopus, but maybe involved with something like underwater wreckage or something. And this one over here is on some clams, and this one is over here on a dolphin. Each and every one of them have a different perspective. Each one of those perspectives sends information back to the whole, which was exactly that we do. So let every action, thought, and every word you speak be intentional. And just like with my little opening, and I did say I was going to break down some of my opening because it's power packed. And anybody wants to steal some of that, you can feel free to do that. So when you look at the world through the lens of love, then what you receive back is love. If you look at the world in the form like, this world is hell. I remember there's a rap lyric, life's up and then you die. That's why but you never know when you're going to go. Life's up and then you die. Yeah, that was, I believe that's AZ. I don't think that's Nas. Anyways, the idea is how you see your life. And like I said, you have a relationship with things outside of you. You have a relationship with this water bottle. You have a relationship with everything around you. So if you actually look at everything outside of you, how you look at things outside of you reflect how you feel about yourself, and vice versa. If you have love for yourself, then you can understand that that person outside of you was a baby at one point. This is one thing that I used to do. And I did a career. I've been involved in security. I had a whole bunch of hairy experience, a whole bunch of weird stuff. So even when I'm dealing with someone and they're coming off in a very, very disrespectful way, I have plenty of that. And being in security, you got to be very, very customer service, as they say. So what I used to do, because the power is in the mind, what I would do is I would imagine and visualize I said that word visualize. I'm going to that a little bit too. But I visualize that individual that I'm interacting with as a baby, as a young person. And if you look at everybody outside of you, even the person that you have the most despicable energy, there's a lot you can learn from that person. There's a reason why that person is vibrating to you in a discorded way, in a triggered manner. I shared with you when I first started this program, there's some things I'm sharing is going to trigger you. Your triggers is how you find God, is how you find the essence of unlocking the evolution that's within yourself. So when you're dealing with that person, deal with the individuals with kindness. Kill them with kindness. Deal them with be gentle. And understanding that individual that you're speaking to is connected to you in some intrinsic way. If you refuse to believe that sounds so far-fetched. In the world that we live in, that sounds far-fetched. That the person outside next to you has some type of connection to you. If that's far-fetched, then I can't do nothing for you. But if you can understand that every person that you're relating with has a commonality with you, then you would be able to be a little more gentle to them. When you want to get on your high horse, you want to judge somebody for being late. I remember what Jesus said. Jesus said, actually had what was it? When they wanted to stone the woman. I forget what the woman, I don't know if she was a prostitute or whatever. But they was going to kill her. They was going to stone her. And what did Jesus say? Jesus said, let he that is without sin cast the first stone. This was a highly evolved individual in Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus, meaning that he was able to access this Christ consciousness, which is now available to us all. Isn't that remarkable? It's so remarkable that it was even shared. Jesus said it himself. He said, greater work shall ye do. What was he talking about? He was talking about us. He was talking about here. He was talking about now. So the law of divine oneness, like I shared, is recognizing that we are all extensions of that particular divine source. I'm just gonna stick it to that one. I might even just drop one per day because I'm having. I don't know about you, but I'm having a good time over here. Got content for days. Anybody want to go back into the archives of some of the things that I've shared already previously? Go back to the YouTube, Ptah Shakur on YouTube. I access the comment section now, so you can actually do comments on there, and I would love to go back and forth and share some information. One of the things I've shared that kind of helped inspire me was September 11th. I said, "Ooh, I need to learn what's really going on." And for everybody that's watching the news and things right now, don't get caught up in that. Sometimes you gotta unplug the news and understand that 10 or 12 selected news items for you to rotate on your day was selected for a reason. Like I said, I'm just going to come heart. I'm just going to come straight from the heart for this next 4 minutes. Be very, very kind to one another. Make sure you try to laugh and try to be jovial and keep your spirits high. Like I said, that the world is going through a metamorphosis. The governments and the powers that be, they already know this. It's going to happen. But I was listening to something today, and it was talking about the earthquake. It says the earth is angry, and it's looking the earth is not angry. The earth does not want to kill people. To anybody who's promoting, I remember this Key and Peele episode was talking about black ice, and how people talking up like how horrible black ice is. It's a natural occurring thing, but we got to understand how to operate in and of that. So as this earth is waking up, as it's like a sleeping dog that's waking up, we have built our wonderlands over portions of this sleeping dog that unfortunately is going to have to be removed. If you build a wonderland on the haunches of the dog, and as the dog wakes up and stands up, unfortunately, that's the area that's going to move and groove around. You're going to have a lot of plate tectonic activity taking place on there. If you find yourself building your wonderland on the dog's ear, when he wakes up and he starts flipping his ears and starts to inhalate and exhalate, you're going to see more and more movements of these type of things. And pay attention to what's going on in the skies, y'all. There's some really, really beautiful things that's taking place, and there are some like I said, the bad actors are really, really trying to lock us down. Ooh. They're trying to lock us down so they can go ahead and just pull their little games. But just understand that their games only can come about as long as we stay on our knees. The game is always going to be on our back. So, fun fact, my thing that I like to get into, like I said, I get into all the sciences. We go into quantum theory, go into quantum fact, and how the world actually does work and how your body actually works. Even like I was saying about the whole body consciousness, you're going to have a fight on your hands. Even some of this information, even while I'm sharing it, y'all may have people talking like, man, that don't make no sense what he's saying. Try me. Check it out. Research. We all have to sit on every tub has to sit on its own bottom right now, and we can't excuse nothing or no one for being on the wrong side of history. I ain't gonna say wrong side of history. Let me rephrase that. To be on a less than ideal side of history. Some people don't have time for that. So if that's you, you find yourself and say, I ain't got time. I don't got time for what they got planned for me. I ain't got time with the World Economical Forum and Klaus Von Scribe or whatever his name is. I don't got time for it. I don't got time for whatever it is they trying to do, put all this stuff into the food and trying to put the RNA vaccine. I'm not doing that. I'm not going for the vaccine, the food. I'm not going for all this technology. I'm not going for this AI that's going to try to teach my kids how to read and write. I'm not going for that. So if anybody that is actually on that frequency or wavelength, I'm the man for you. Individuals like me, we're all growing. We're like the gremlins. We're the positive, love light gremlins. You just throw water on us, we continue to magnify. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and close this out. So stay tuned. Please. Wednesday, Our Power. We're scheduled to have the individual's name is Roger. Sorry, I don't remember his last name. He's a brother that does artwork. He does different murals all around the city. And he's going to be on. He's going to be telling us some very, very adventurous programs that he has as well. And we're going to keep this vibe moving and grooving. So, like I said, Our Power. And as anybody who's listening on the TV show right now is probably going to kick me off in a little bit. Those on Facebook, I'm just going to go for a little bit. Our Power, 8 to 9. This program is every single Monday. I apologize. I had some situations I couldn't come in here last Monday, but it's from Monday, 8 to 9. Call in, question me, ask anything that you need to know. We're going to get into it. This is freedom time. This is the greatest time to be alive, like I said before. And so we're going to go into some more updates, and we're going to share different information that helps people that want to better their lives, that want to understand this cosmic energy, this 3D, 5D split, this Christ consciousness. This is things that the Mayans was talking about when they talked about 2012. So for everybody that's out there, you can hear the sound of my voice. I'm asking you to look diligently. Look for your heaven on earth, whatever it is, whether going out into the woods or whether it's been spending your time helping old ladies across the street or helping the youth. We need that. We need individuals to find a place where they belong. If you don't have a place that belongs, roll with me. Get in contact with me. I got a village. Make you feel right at home. I can point certain things out, make you feel like you're right at home. If you're not at home there, you could be at home here. So seek that heaven on earth. Find that God within. When you find that God within, I'm asking everybody to, in your close confines, in your universe around you, create heaven on earth. That way we can take this whole thing back. This is Ptah Shakur, and love and light to you all.